pleasure to have you with us. I think we're going to have some fun. And you're going to be doing a lot of singing. At this point, we have to check out your voices. And you don't need to be good. Just make sure you are incredibly loud. Ready?
Sweet mama, sweet, sugar for my honey. Your first sweet kiss filled me so. Sweet mama, sweet, sugar for my honey. I'll never ever let you go. Sweet mama, sweet, sugar for my honey. Your first sweet kiss filled me so. Sweet mama, sweet, sugar for my honey. I'll never ever. Sweet kiss, we will be so sweet, mama, sweet, sugar for my honey. I never ever let you go. Today, just throw the trees away and play love. You give love away to anyone who say I love you. Don't throw your love away. Oh no, no, don't throw your love away. For you might need it someday. Lovers of today, just throw the trees away and play love. We're giving love away to anyone who say I love you. Go out and have your fun. You better have your fun with anyone, but don't throw your love away. Don't throw your love away. Oh no, no, don't throw your love away. For you might need it someday. Don't throw your love away. Oh no, no, don't throw your love away.
Thank you. A lot of smiling faces. Good. We are back at the Millfield, and it is an absolute pleasure. We love this place. It is so satisfying at this stage in our career to know that we can still fill these vast arenas. It is fun. Actually, it's not the size that counts, as we know. You know, it's the atmosphere in this place is absolutely wonderful. It's small but perfectly formed. A bit like John McNally, really. Anyway, we are going to have a good time tonight, and I think you know what's coming during the show. Pretty much the same as every other time we've been here. May have switched the songs around a bit, added a couple of new ones in. I don't know, can't even remember. But it's like going through our history as much as we can in this 2 hours on stage. A lot of the hits, some of the B-sides, the album tracks, and a few of the things that we've gathered along the way, and that's the way we like it. I think you like it like that as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, you look as though you're going for it, because you're beaming up at as happy as pigs in chiffon. It's a wonderful sight to see. Okay, so we know you can sing. Get the voices in, as much singing as you can manage, because that's what these songs are meant for. And when we get to the brighter stuff, get the hands going as well, because that will improve the atmosphere. And at the end of the evening, we'll all go home having had the best night of our lives. So that's what we are aiming for. We're going to do a song now that isn't one of ours. Every now and again we may do a song by another artist, and we're not a covers band, so there's usually a link behind it, as is the case with this one. I'll tell you about that afterwards, but here's a song by the Birds.
I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped, and my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes are too numb to step, waiting only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for today, on to my own parade. Got your dance and found my way. I promise to go wandering. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following.
Well, you've demonstrated your immense vocal talent, and it would be a shame if we didn't take advantage of that. So at this point, we'll step back, you can do the work, and we should just enjoy your angelic voices, so don't let us down.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following.
Good seeing. No excuse for not doing it now. You've proven you can do it, so more of that. The link is that the Birds have been influenced by the Searchers very, very much. In fact, they've been very complimentary about it. And Roger McGuinn actually said that without the Searchers, he would never form the Birds. So it was a great compliment. We appreciate things like that being said to us. Nice to get some credit once in a while. Okay, introduction time, because you might have forgotten our names. 32 years ago, he was the new boy. Now he's a very, very, very old boy. He's 64 years of age at this point, Spencer James.
Hey!
64, my God. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Not a chance. You seem to be doing quite well on your own. I thought those seats were looking very odd there. What, did you have trouble with the traffic? So Maggie and Amanda there. What was the problem then?
Traffic.
Yeah, no. What, did it stop, turn over, just, or were you the problem?
No, it just stopped.
All right. Okay, now we're just going to find out who these 4 people are, because they've all been sold, so we don't know. Anyway, welcome. No need to tell you what's gone by, because you've been to so many of our shows, you know it better than we do. Yes, right. I was talking about Spencer there. We don't have new boys these days, but the newest recruit has been on drums for a little over 8 years now. Would you welcome Scott Ottaway? August the 3rd this year will be, gosh, it'll be 54 years for me as a searcher, because my first night was back in '64, August the 3rd, 1964, at the Coventry Theatre, and at that time I was Frank Allen. Strange enough, I still am. We found that over the last few weeks there are a lot of people who have been rushing to the shows because there's someone they've missed very much for a while. He was on the sick list for, well over 3 months, very bad illness, but he fought his way back to almost full fitness. He just hated missing out on the shows. He didn't want to disappoint you tonight, so here he is back with the Searchers, John McNally. It was a bit traumatic. He missed out on the whole 3 months of the 60s Gold Tour. It was very serious, but thank goodness he's overcome the problems. Mind you, the doctor has put him on, well, he's got to have pills every day now for the rest of his life, so it's a bit of a drama, but the problem is the doctor's only gave him 2 packets, but anyway. I'm all right. I'll tell you more about this as we head on through the show. Checking on the same, yes. I was talking about singing and also getting the hands involved as well. Now I'm going to kind of choreograph you in this one so that you know exactly what to do, and it gets rid of those nerves that you get. And we get nerves there, well, on these shows, so we have to get rid of all these little worries, because it's a big responsibility being living legends, but there you are. We struggle through as best we can. Right, this was a number 20 hit for us. That's not a big deal, but it's a great song. We still love it. And when we get to the chorus, I'm going to give you a signal. Now, at that point, get the hands in the air. Give it everything you got right through the chorus. Have a little breast. Long
form tonight, Frank. A little breast, eh? You're listening.
Could be a better show than you expected.
A bit like last night, eh?
Yeah. A rest, I was going to say. It's a cross between a rest and a breather. Okay, have a little bit of a rest, then back in for the next chorus, and so on and so forth, and we'll see you at the end. This is Take Me For What I'm Worth.
Don't try to understand me. You never could do that. I've seen you wind up being hurt. I'm a man with many problems that keep bound on my brain. You want me to take me for what I'm worth. You want me to take me for what I'm worth. Tempted to be safe. My sins are many. I was doing my best in this universe, and though you think I'm weird, don't try to change me. Restlessness within. I'm like a rebound that one day may burst. I will go no, I'll be leaving. I don't want to tell you. It's alright, 'cause that's all I'm really worth. It's alright, 'cause that's all I'm really worth. Think about me in yourself.
just a little rain, just a little rain. Sing. What have they done to the rain? Just a little boy standing in the rain, the gentle rain that falls. Breeze when the grass is gone, the mud disappears, and rain keeps falling like helpless tears. And what have they done to the rain? Just a little breeze out of the sky, the leaves nod their heads as the breeze blows by. Just a little breeze, there's some smoke inside. What have they done to the rain? Just a little boy standing in the rain, the gentle rain that falls. Breeze when the grass is gone, the mud disappears, and rain keeps falling like helpless tears. And what have they done to the rain? What have they done to the rain? Thank you. All the way down to the rain was, of course, a fairly big hit single for us, so thank you for that one. I'm going to do some explanations now because we have been accused of cheating. People can see earphones and they hear these sounds like string sounds, orchestral sounds that are kind of embellishing the songs, and they think that we're playing along to pre-recorded stuff. We're not at all. The earphones are for in-ear monitoring, so that you don't have to listen to those. You get them through your ears instead. The extra sounds are coming from Spencer's guitar synthesizer, so it converts any guitar sound into whatever you want. But it has to be played at the time, like any other instrument. So there is no cheating going on. We are live. I mean, we may be live crap, but we're very proud of it. Oh, we found out missing people. The traffic's been bad, hasn't it? Yes.
We had a signal failure.
Signal failure?
Yeah.
Who did? You did? Or
No,
the train did? All right. Okay, well, no rush. Hello.
Have a chat.
What are we discussing now? What? Oh, we're in the wrong seats. Oh, it's Maggie and Amanda have created havoc. They've sat in the wrong seats. Oh, they haven't. No, they haven't. What?
He was in the wrong seat.
Oh, he was in the wrong seat. Oh. We attract a very rowdy crowd, I'm afraid. Yeah. Typical Searchers hooligans. Right, are we okay now? Okay, fine, right. Oh, two more to come. Are they here yet or not?
Should make it by the second half.
What?
Make it by the second half.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, all right. Yeah. Right, let's... Right, we're going to... Can we get on? Yes, I think that's on, yes. Right, okay, we're going to do a song now which was actually the biggest hit that we ever had in 1965, and it is also the song that lost Brian Epstein a lot of money, because Brian, who managed the Beatles, of course, he'd been given a copy of our forthcoming new single, and he loved it so much, he bet a friend of his £200 that would shoot to #1. And you've got to bear in mind that today, that money would be, what, probably £3,000. He lost it because it stopped at #3, but I mean, there's no shame in the #3, not by any means. It's still a great song, and we're still very proud of the hit. So thank you, anyone who did this for us. This Goodbye, My Love.
Oh, lovely.
So long, my love, be strong, my love, you've done nothing wrong, this love can't go on, so take care, my love, goodbye, my love, goodbye. I don't know, but you're not happy at home, and you fool can clearly see. I don't know I'm the one that you really love, but I can't go on sharing you, sharing you. Goodbye, my love, don't cry, my love, I love you sincerely, it just had to be, it must be so inside to say goodbye, goodbye.
And again, not one of our hits. It was by Del Shannon. We're doing a Del Shannon song because, to be honest, it reminds John and myself of the first time we ever went to Australia. We go there an awful lot these days, but the first time was way back on one of those big package tours in 1964. And we were headlining the show. Del was closing the first half. He's a great guy to tour with, really, really special. Sad.
He's up there.
He's up there, is he? What, pinching lead? As John so cutely puts it, John is not. John is not. Del is no longer around, so sadly missed. Is what? Yeah, I suppose I do actually.
He needs more than that. Should have heard them last night.
Oh gosh. But actually, we got, one of the privileges of being in this business, we got to play alongside so many of our heroes, our legends they were. We never thought we would play on the same stage then, let alone top the bill over them. I mean, the first time I ever went to America with the band was in September '64, and we went to do, well, it was a big long tour, but the first part of it was 7 days at the Fox Theatre in Brooklyn, and every day there was 6 shows, and the bill on every one of those 42 shows was The Searchers, Dusty Springfield, Millie, Marvin Gaye, The Supremes, Martha and the Vandellas, Smokey and the Miracles, The Temptations, The Contours, Little Anthony, The Ronettes, The Shangri-Las, Jay and the Americans, The Dovells, and The Newbies. Pretty impressive lineup, isn't it? Astonishing, yeah. I swear you could never get a show like that these days, do you?
A bloody miracle they're all dead.
It's being so cheerful that keeps him going. Oh gosh, I've got to compliment you on your very quirky and individual sense of fashion. I've been checking you out. It really is good. I'm impressed. There's not many people get this right. People get it so wrong all the time, but you've obviously got your finger on the pulse. And I know what it's like, because I've tried to get a lot of good things in charity shops myself, but most of the time you can't do it. So congratulations. At the beginning of the 80s, we made a couple of albums for Sire Records, American label, and we had no commercial success, but they were the 2 of the best albums we've ever made. They still stand the test of time today. You listen to them, and they are, well, even impresses us, even after all this time. And an American company has just released a 2 CD set, including the contents of both of those albums. It's not on sale in Britain. It's nothing to do with us. It's out in America, but I believe that you can get it on Amazon if anyone's looking for those recordings. I can strongly advise them. But anyway, we're doing one song for the Sire recordings tonight, and it's the single that was released first. She wants